Greetings and salutations in our attendance. This is iWolfotech, and here we go with another video on one of my favorite products. It's not perfect, but it's darn good. It is a handy dandy tray, and you recognize the icon as this is the icon I use on this YouTube channel so far because I haven't got out my art supplies. I was trained in the classical arts such as painting and sculpture and sketchwork with pencils and paint. So I have no training in digital art, so I had to get out a paintbrush or pencils when I want to draw something or paint something. Weird, huh? And I almost practically have multiple college credits. It's in physical media. Alrighty then. Thank you very much. This is an awesome dice tray by Easy Roller Dice. Easy Roller Dice. Carl. When you truly want to make it really easy to roll your dice, this is one of the best companies to go with. Bam. Anyways, quick turnabout. I had to throw all my dice back in there because I accidentally dumped it quickly testing something about this tray. Which is why it's not a perfect five. As you can see, I have multiple dice. This is from the basic set. Starter sets for 5th edition and the Essentials kit. And also the dice from the 4th edition starter set. The 2 4th editions, 3.5 Eve edition starter set, and maybe Pathfinder 2nd edition? Did I take the dice out of the Pathfinder 2nd edition box, put them in there? No. I think those are 4th edition dice that are in there that are the really colorful ones. They had to simplify it somehow, and they color-coded your dice is in Pathfinder 2nd edition and D&D 4th edition. As you can see, I have some handy-dandy baby bone dice. They're my good boys. They help me roll up those 18s for my characters. And also help me roll up those super strong boss characters when I DM that my players terrified of. I'm like a hardcore optimizer. I'm so good that my DMs literally dread having to try to hit my characters, even with saving throws and armor class. I'm one of those rare optimizers that manages just to build a character that is not just really hard to hit with AC, but it's also really hard to hit with saving throws too. And I also give myself advantage multiple ways too. But anyways, another way, the simplest way to do it is Gnome, Satyr, or Yuan-Ti plus Artificer. And that's the simple option for that. But anyways, the red dice has escaped. If you have any knowledge of its whereabouts, there is a reward of 2 pittance for capturing said red dice and mailing it to me. You could send it to the Dungeon Hobby Shop up in Lake Geneva. Just simply have my name, Jason Shatner, on the envelope, and the Dungeon Hobby Shop guys are gonna why is he sending us stuff now? Did we do something? Oh God, what did we do? But anyways, we can all have fun at everyone else's expense but our own. And then you are just truly a fuddy-duddy. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, you have no right to laugh at anyone else. That is a supreme golden law. I have to point at my camera to make it look like I'm pointing at the screen. I'm looking at a screen next to my camera. And I'm trying to work it out. This is an awesome dice tray. It has this handy dandy felt surface in the bottom. This is just amazing. This like makes so many dice. Even the D6s bounce a little bit, so you actually get a little bit of roll off your D6, because D6s are notorious for just like, I toss a D6 and it lands. Exactly. That didn't roll, says the DM. It's a D6. That's what they do. Yes. But anyways, that's why these rounded corner D6s are actually nice, because they actually have a higher propensity to roll when you throw them. And these are like games you get, dice you get out of like Hasbro tabletop games, board games. So, but anyways, this is an awesome tray. It's like a 4-star instead of a 5-star. The reason why, I'm getting to the end here of the video, the reason why it's not a 5-star is I really hate giving stuff 5 stars, because that implies that it's perfect. Nothing is perfect. There's always some little flaw, some misspelling. Someone accidentally put ran 2 words together, put a double list next to each other in a confusing manner that makes you think that they're just repeating the same list over and over again. But the problem is that if you were to put the lid on top and you tip it over, it will sometimes the lid will come off when you pick it back up or when it hits the floor. It doesn't do it all the time. Now, that's the only real flaw with these trays. If you drop the tray with the lid closed, there's a slight chance that the lid comes off. Now, the awesome things about this tray, it's you have awesome felt bottom. The dice bounce nicely into it and roll. You have this handy dandy ring where you can store more than enough sets of dice for all your fireball and fireball needs. Or if you're like using Firestorm or using anything that has to use a lot of dice, or you have Elven Accuracy, you need multiple D20s, or you have penalty dice in Call of Cthulhu you need to do, or you're playing a 2D20 game like Conan or something like that, or Achtung Cthulhu. This tray has more than enough dice slots. It's for your dice needs. Trying to like place it exactly so you can see the variety of dice in the tray. To give you an idea how many dice you can cram into this tray. And it has a handy dandy area you can roll into. But it's not all. This dice tray also comes with a handy dandy second dice rolling tray. Just in case when you have a new friend at the table, you can throw this dice tray to them and say, you can roll your dice in that tray. And here's some extra dice. Take a set. So it's a 4. It's a 4.5. The only thing that would truly improve it to knock it up higher is make it so that the lid is like a locking mechanism or something, like a clip or something, and 2 notches, maybe a ring. When you push it down, the little fingers lock onto the tray, or you have clasps with button presses that you can lock the tray in. You just have like a little button here and a little strap, and a little button here and a little strap, and you drop the tray, it falls, and it's perfectly good because the little button clasps hold it together. Now, what you could also add to this tray is a handy dandy feature where you have push button holes in the bottom, and you could raise the dice up so they can oversee what is gonna be called the dice arena. The dice arena by Easy Roller Dice is you could push up your dice so they can observe the other dice being rolled into the tray. And if you get multiple naughty dice, you could punish those dice, and all the other dice can easily observe you punishing those dice for failure of rolling properly. And then you get better rolls. There. Thank you very much, Easy Roll Dice. You can take that idea and take it to the bank. So thank you very much for stopping by and watching this video. In the near future, I'm going to cover numerous cards, more dice, a book, some DM screens, and many other TTRPG products. I'm going to make a habit of going all the way through, showing off all kinds of fun stuff and telling you my thoughts on them. I will say this is an awesome product. This is not an awesome product. This is a good product with some flaws. Fix or ignore, or just denotation, like you misspelled this word wrong, or you got two words stuck to each other when it's actually two separate words, or minor grammar errors. No one's perfect. No human is perfect. In this modern day and age, people who want perfection, they're unrealistic. Seriously, they are. And not to mention, the funny thing is, I've hunted around. There's people who complain, oh, this and that, and it's not perfect, and it's not that. I put in the time to make everything perfect. And the funny thing is that you take a few seconds, dig through their modules, or check out their YouTube channel, or something like, you ran these two words together, you misspelled this word, that is the wrong form of your, and then you start finding all the little errors they make, and then all of a sudden the book they spent, like the small little book they spent 2 years or 3 years making, and they were criticizing another group of people for doing something similar that is not perfect, seems less perfect, and they get really upset. And I tend to find that's the common case with so many people today, is that, it's a dog-eat-dog world. They'll look for other people's flaws. They'll attack, and then you start looking at their stuff and your stuff is loaded full of flaws too. Why are you attacking them? And then they come up with a whole new set of excuses why they're attacking other people. It's because they don't want competition. They feel they're gatekeeping. They want to kick people out of the community, and that is just wrong. If you're gonna try to create a more productive environment, you have to accept everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes people get in a rush, get excited, and boom. I understand you misspelled that word, and it's all right. You just misspelled the word. Thank you very much. Have a delightful day, a nice night, and a wonderful week, and have a super awesome time.